Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play NBA 2K18. Und bevor es gleich zum Spiel geht und wir in der Halbzeit-Pause wieder voneinander hören, möchte ich natürlich meinen fetten Scheck abholen, der in der SMS angekündigt ist. Wird vielleicht ja die Trauer über die Niederlage im letzten Spiel ein bisschen lindern. Schauen wir mal, wie fett der Scheck wirklich ist. Also manchmal verspricht und mein Manager auch ein bisschen viel.
What's up, Brian? Said you had something for me?
I do indeed. Here you go.
Nice, man.
10 VCs gab's. Das ist ja ein Traum. Ach du liebe Güte. 10 VCs, davon kann ich mir natürlich viel kaufen. Aber vielleicht hat er ja bald einen neuen Auftrag für mich. Und ja, ich gehe jetzt noch trainieren. Und wir hören uns dann in der Halbzeit wieder. Bis dahin, viel Spaß beim Spiel.
So long. For the most VC you can earn on the court, ante-up events are probably where you want to be. Now, while this is high risk, the rewards are much bigger too, and if you hit a jackpot, you could earn a bunch of VC to help you on your road to 99. If you don't have time to get on the court, you can still go to the zone and play pick'em. If you can pick the outcome of the real-life NBA games that day, you will earn extra VC. And while you're in the 2K zone, don't forget to check out trivia. There are 50 questions each week. Each one is a chance to earn extra VC. You may not even realize that during the loading sequence into most games, 2K TV Interactive has trivia questions. Correct answers to those are worth VC. Some of them aren't even trivia questions, they're poll questions, and any answer gives you VC. You don't even have to be in the neighborhood in order to earn VC. The My NBA 2K18 app gives you a bonus every day you log in. Remember, you can earn VC throughout NBA 2K18. Play now online, My League, My GM, even Blacktop, if that's your thing. There's a few people who are fast approaching 99. When they hit 98, I will see you here. Same 2K time, same 2K channel. Thanks for watching.
The two NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Miami Heat. Miami comes into this one following a loss to Charlotte. They suffered a blowout loss, trying to leave that one in the rear view and focus on the game at hand. And the Los Angeles Clippers, for the last half-decade, the winningest basketball franchise in LA. Guys, do you think they can ever catch up with the Lakers in terms, though, of popularity?
Oh, no, not popularity, because you have some homegrown Laker fans that will never change regardless of how well the Clippers do. However, they could take over league popularity outside of LA because other cities around and other cities around the country could favor the Clippers.
It's going to take a long time, Ernie. The Lakers got 11 titles. Till you make a dent in that, forget about it.
That's it for us here as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Where you going?
Nowhere. I'll just be here waiting for you till you get back. Go out there and dunk on somebody for me. DJ Mad Hops.
wonderful view of the lights of Miami here on a gorgeous night in South Florida. We're live, the home of the Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. For the Miami Heat, they're coming off a loss to the Charlotte Hornets. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they played too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
And Steve, mental fatigue is an issue that can play a factor when the season is in full swing. Is it more on the coach or on the player to keep the team focused on their goal?
I think the organization. I think your teammates, your coaches, and whoever it is to keep that camaraderie going. But ultimately, it comes down to the player. You have that responsibility. The coach can coach you up, but you got to find a way to get out of those ruts.
You can see where it ultimately would come down to the player.
Yes, totally agree.
And the Clippers starting five. Griffin and Jordan, the front court. Williams and Gallinari at the 2 and the 3. And it's Teodosic in at the 1. Here's Teodosic. Griffin kicks to Gallinari. It's stolen by Johnson. In transition, here comes Miami. Johnson's got the ball, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just bad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them, defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
That one good for 2.
The mid-range jumper has become a routine part of Blake Griffin's game.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. This is their second meeting with this team. The first one didn't go as well as they'd like, so this time around, they're going to try to close the lane off, push drivers and slashers as far away from the basket as possible. Let's see how that goes, Kevin.
Thanks, David. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Johnson. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
Pass to Williams. He kicks to Griffin. Johnson against Gallinari. Jordan with a screen on Johnson. A nice shot by Gallinari.
The slashing ability of Gallinari. They like to put the ball in his hands and let him go to work.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Now here's Williams, following the missed shot by James Johnson, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin was pointing his finger to throw it up way high, and he went, got it, and dunked it home.
Johnson the screen. Dragic dishes to Johnson. Over Gallinari. Here's Whiteside. It's another look. He takes it up and lays it in. Whiteside's got his first points of the game.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Jordan. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 1:58 left here in the opening quarter. Right side a screen. A steal. And they're moving it up. Here's Teodosic. That one good for 2.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Johnson kicks to Mickey. Outside Dragic. That's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Jordan Mickey, and Ellington is subbed in for Johnson. And then for Los Angeles, Austin Rivers comes in for Williams, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Teodosic. Again, Dragic missing. The Clippers in the lead.
For DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't do a lot of things on the floor, but what he does do, he does extremely well, in my opinion. One of the best dunkers and finishers inside. He's also a fantastic rebounder on both ends.
Now, here's Dragic. 29 points for him last game against Charlotte.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
Offensive rebound. Right side, no good.
Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Beverly, the pass to Jordan. There's the screen. Feeds it to Rivers. And it's off from three-point range. And with Jordan, it's not a knock to say he doesn't do too much. You know, Steve, he knows exactly what he's got to do and how to execute it. He's very much a classic center.
Yeah, he is. He's a throwback center, and he stays within himself. But what he does at an elite level is rim protection, rebounding, and finishing.
So here's Gallinari, following the score by James Johnson. Gallinari attacking, makes it off the glass.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Whiteside, a screen on Rivers. Ellington kicks to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Clippers on top, leading by a point. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, you know, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Wells, and it's Rivers, then it's Patrick Beverly, and it's Reed in at the 5 spot. Taken away. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. That's good from Richardson.
The Clippers with another early playoff exit last season. You still have to like the core of this team. Window might be closing, but they're always competitive.
DJ is checked in for Los Angeles. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Steve, tough to lose Chris Paul, but what do you like with this new roster in Los Angeles with the Clippers?
Well, Kevin, they did sign Danilo Gallinari. That gives them some size and shooting on the perimeter. They added depth in the backcourt without Chris Paul. They added Patrick Beverly and others. They'll look to do it by committee.
Here's Olynyk after Austin Rivers score. Richardson kicks to Ellington. 6 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. And it's Magruder missing. The Clippers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. A nice shot by Rivers.
And no doubt, both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
And Miami has possession following the 3 from Austin Rivers. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. To the middle. Here's Magruder. Right through the D for the layup. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Ellington kicks to Olynyk, dishes it to Richardson. Olynyk sets a screen for Richardson. Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on, they're on. When they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be 0 for 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
First one falls for him. Now with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
Another shot. And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Johnson, he's checked in for Whiteside. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Gallinari, he's checked in for Wells. Gallinari against Richardson. Reed a screen. DJ kicks to Reed. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
You know, we preach it all the time. Unselfish basketball. DJ making the extra pass to a wide open teammate.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Josh Richardson. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Harold.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Reed, no good on the free throw. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
Here's DJ after the Heat pick up 2. Griffin dishes to DJ. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. And the Clippers lead by 5.
You talk about zeroed in. DJ with the rise and fire from distance.
Dragic with it, now guarded by DJ, and it's blocked. On the wing, Williams shoots the 3. Miami grabs the miss. We've got 1:18 left in the first half of basketball. Magruder passes to Dragic. Here's Mickey. From deep. And it's Magruder missing. Los Angeles leading by 5. Griffin kicks to DJ. Offline with his 3. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. There's Dragic with the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Dragic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gallinari outside. Reed a screen. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot from 12. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he couldn't deliver.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Fast break, here they come. Mickey grabs the board.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Magruder passes to Johnson. There's a screen. From deep three-point range, and the Heat, another 3. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Heat lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it.
Ja, David ist gleich dran. Wir kommen kurz zur Halbzeitanalyse und ich muss sagen, das ist bisher das beste Spiel, was ich je gemacht habe. Ich bekomme mehr Einsatzzeit, das hat man gemerkt, das tut mir auch in meinem Spiel gut. 3 Punkte, 3 Assists, 1 Steal. Das ist wirklich, also ich bin sehr zufrieden mit dieser Leistung und ich empfehle mich sicherlich auch für weitere Einsatzzeit. Nochmal zum Team. Ja, wir liegen mit 1 Punkt hinten, ist eine ganz enge Kiste. Ich denke aber, Miami Heat ist auch ein ebenbürtiger Gegner und wir können es gewinnen, aber sicher ist es noch nicht. Wir werden es in der zweiten Hälfte sehen, vorher aber noch an die Seitenlinie zu David Aldridge. David, bitte.
Get away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to happen differently on defense in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity. We just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Spo, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Nice game. Great performance by James Johnson.
And you know he's going to come out aggressive, and you do what you can to slow him down, and thus far, it hadn't worked because he's been amazing.
You know, his contribution, sometimes you overlook him, but the man deserves credit. He provides this team with everything.
We've got Johnson. Whiteside is out there with Mickey, and it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Dragic in at the point guard position. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Shot clock at 2, Mickey, and it doesn't even draw iron. The Clippers trail. And last season, DeAndre Jordan leading the league in field goal percentage. Not a surprise when almost all his shots or dunks are lay-in Steve from 2 feet away, but he converts them.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's hard to deal with a guy with that type of size and his strength and mobility. He can put you on a poster if he gets a step at the rim, and he can shrug off the foul attempt once he gets close enough.
It's stolen by Johnson. Johnson goes in, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Right side a screen. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. And the shot goes in. Whiteside's got 5 now.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Here's Teodosic. He's guarded by Dragic. Griffin dishes to Williams. No good on the three. For Miami, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. There's the steal. Here's Gallinari. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Defenses has to be careful. You know Gallinari's going to force fouls, but you have to try to prevent the N1.
And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
Up and down career for Gallinari. A skill forward with size has struggled because of health.
The Heat trail by 4. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. He dishes it to Ellington. And there's the pass to Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Dragic, and we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Ellington dishes to Dragic. Here's Olynyk. He feeds it to Ellington. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Miami no good on that time either. Now the Clippers with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. You look back at the Clippers and what hurdles they've had to jump through, and they've faced a lot of bad luck over the last couple years, especially with injuries.
You know, this team can't catch a break, and it always seems like it's when playoff time is around. Always, it seems like one of their key star players are missing in the postseason. It happens year after year. It stunts their title hopes.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Miami. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Wells is checked in. Gallinari hits them both. And the rise of the analytics movement in basketball, Steve, hard to miss over the last 5 or 6 years. You can't read a story without a writer, without a broadcaster referring to some kind of number, analytic term, or an angle to a story. Teams incorporating a more scientific approach. How do you like that?
You know, Kevin, I love it, especially when you're evaluating guys coming out of college to the pro game. So much when guys use it just 100% to how to coach the game, teach the game, draft players. I still think all sports is a game of feel. And when you're out on that court, I'm not looking at saying this guy shoots from here because he's capable of doing other things. I think a little bit low dosage of it, but more importantly, I want guys to know how to play the game from a field.
Here's Magruder after the made shot from Shammy Wells. Richardson with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Olynyk can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Wells. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And Wells, man, he is tough to shake. Does a good job of not letting the D get to him when he's shooting.
The Heat trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To stop the run. Right side, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And a shot by Wells, no good. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here's Ellington. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And here's Richardson. Here's Whiteside. Lays it up and banks it in.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Danilo Gallinari, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Get us out of stuff. Make hard cuts. Everything with force. Okay? Come on.
And there's Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to play with a little sharper mind, with a little more intense, with more vigor.
And simply put, it's about reaching another level of intensity. When they're attacking, that's when they're at their best.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Wells is out there with Griffin. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Teodosic in at the 2. Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Montrezl Harrell. And it's Johnson penetrating, and it's blocked.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Lakers like having another guard on the floor, getting down and sprinting and beating everybody down the court.
The Heat trail by 13. Now Johnson. Johnson left side, shoots over Wells, and the shot is good from Johnson.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Griffin passes to Teodosic. Harrell setting the pick for Beverley. Here's the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Beverley's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers. Here's Magruder. Johnson with a screen on Beverley. Magruder kicks to Johnson. Here's Mickey, defended by Griffin. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots over Wells. Another miss by Johnson. Clippers leading by 13. Oh, Griffin in position. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Go through Blake Griffin. He is rolling. That's a nice shot.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Johnson kicks to Olynyk. Screen by Olynyk. Now here's Johnson. He's covered closely. Banked in off the glass.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Wells kicks to Harrell. Shoots over Olynyk. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And like how alert Wells is on the floor. High motor, guy who knows when one of his guys is open.
That's good from Johnson on the assist by Johnson. 13 points for James Johnson.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Pass to Teodosic. Back to Beverley. Hit by Harrell. Here's Teodosic. It's good from long range.
And Beverley, not a volume playmaker, but he always makes smart decisions with the basketball.
Johnson sends the screen for Johnson. There's the dish to Johnson. There's a good screen. The feed now to Olynyk. Johnson the screen. Rebound by the Clippers.
just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now here's Griffin. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. Doesn't go for him. And Miami the other way now.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Gallinari.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Montrezl Harrell.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Griffin goes in.
He's so athletic. Blake Griffin's one of those players you have to make a decision. You have to wrap him up before he takes off.
And he makes the first.
Blake Griffin, the former Oklahoma Sooner, has done a nice job in this league. We understood his athleticism coming out of college, but he's added so much to his game.
Griffin hits them both. Heat on offense. It's an 18-point game. Ellington kicks to Hammonds. Passes to White. They set the pick. Richardson with it to end the drought. Off target. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game.
Also ich bin wirklich zufrieden mit meinem Spiel. Hat gut funktioniert. War, glaube ich, bisher das beste Spiel meiner Karriere. Kann man ja anders sagen. Sieht man auch hier an den diversen Punkten, die ich da extra kassiere. Also richtig, richtig gut. Und ja, so kann es weitergehen. Ich hoffe, ich werde jetzt relativ zügig auch noch deutlich mehr Spielzeit bekommen. Würde mir sicherlich gut tun. Bin auf jeden Fall sehr zufrieden. 3 Punkte, 3 Assists, 1 Steal, Note B. Also ich finde, da kann ich durchaus mit zufrieden sein mit diesem Spiel. Und wir hoffen mal, dass das auch in Zukunft so weitergeht. Ihr werdet es natürlich sehen hier in unserer NBA 2K18 Serie. Wenn euch das Video hier gefallen hat, dann lasst einen Daumen hoch da. Ihr dürft das sehr, sehr gerne kommentieren. Und wenn ihr es noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert es doch einfach. Dann verpasst ihr nämlich nichts mehr bei uns auf dem Kanal. Zumindest dann nicht, wenn ihr die kleine Glocke neben dem Abonnieren-Button klickt. Und wenn ihr mal den Vorgänger NBA 2K17 mit dem aktuellen Spiel NBA 2K18 vergleichen wollt, dann könnt ihr das auch tun, nämlich in der Videobeschreibung. Da ist die Playlist zu NBA 2K17 verlinkt. Da hat sich durchaus schon ein bisschen was getan, auch abseits der Tatsache, dass wir jetzt auf 4K spielen und nicht mehr in Full HD wie noch beim Vorgänger. Das war's für heute. Im Abspann könnt ihr jetzt auf die linke Seite des Bildschirms klicken für Tipps aus dem Kanal. Rechts findet ihr nochmal die komplette NBA 2K18 Playlist und in der Mitte, da könnt ihr uns abonnieren und damit sage ich Tschüss und macht's gut. Bis morgen.